Hey guys, Jarek here, and Komodo's back for some more Black Ops 2. This time I'm going to be showing you two matches using the M27. The first one is an arms race match on Grind. So I'm not using the wildcard primary gunfighter for this one, just using the straight up M27 with a fast mag and a suppressor. My secondary is a 5.7. I am using the perk 3 Greed wildcard. My perks are Hardline, Scavenger, Engineer, and Dexterity, with a black hat as always. So this gun, I don't know if you ever actually used it.
We are talking about the what now?
The M27, the M4 looking thing. This.
Yes.
What is your impression of it?
It's alright. The only thing that really stood out to me about it was something, not really, related to the performance of the gun at all. It's just how, when you start, you kinda... You know, I know nothing about guns. What's that thing in the back that you pull?
The charging handle?
Yes. It seems like it just kinda kicks out a casing for no reason when you start the
I think
game.
they actually patched that. I noticed that, but it hasn't been happening as of late. I don't think it happened at the beginning. What I did also notice about that is that when you cock the gun, there's no like chamber. It's like just solid metal inside of it.
I've never looked at it that closely.
It doesn't. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's just Call of Duty being inaccurate as always, but it's kind of weird. You think they would go through the extra detail to do it? Maybe maybe it had to do with the patch.
Maybe. Completely unrelated note, I noticed that this map takes place in Venice Beach. I actually, before I moved here from California, I did a couple of parties actually on the beach. People there are really, really fun, really eccentric. I actually had a... This guy!
Speaking of fun and eccentric.
I actually had a guy walk up to me while I was working. And mind you, I'm on the beach. I'm pushing children around in a giant inflatable hamster ball.
Maybe you should explain what your previous job was before you start talking about that.
Right. My previous job, we would bring all sorts of equipment. We had a van full of games, Xbox 360s and Wii's. We had laser tag. We had a huge, like 10-foot inflatable human hamster ball that you could get in and walk around inside, and that was one of our biggest things. You would actually get inside and walk around. We did it on the beach. It was kind of annoying because the sand would get in there and we'd have to clean it out afterwards. But anyway, we were doing the hamster ball on Venice Beach, and I remember this guy, obviously drunk, stops and asks if he can get inside the ball, and I'm like, no, I'm sorry, this is a private party. He offered me a fifth of vodka while I was on the job to let him get inside the hamster ball. The people amaze me sometimes.
Now, to me, that just sounds like every day. To be completely honest, like, if you aren't aware where I live in Portland, Oregon, that honestly isn't anything too incredibly unusual or strange to me. People do like to get drunk in Portland. We have a lot of beer here. Actually, apparently there's some record for the most amount of microbreweries, I can't say that correctly, in one city, and it's all really good, which kind of makes me sad that I'm not really a fan for drinking, but
I am.
Something that you could be happy about, but man, I don't really care about drinking too much.
Oh yeah, I'm as soon as I get a job here, I'm ready to, sample some of the local flavor.
I entirely forgot what the original topic at hand was.
We were talking about the gun.
Right, the gun. This thing sucks. I'm just going to be flat out honest with it. If you look at the stats, I'm not even talking about, like, in my opinion, that I hate this gun or anything. If you look at the stats, this thing is horrible. It has incredibly low damage and very, very fast damage drop-off. However, the real big redeeming factor is that it has literally next to none recoil. So that's kind of how they balanced it out, but dear God, this thing is frustrating to use. Like, there's really nothing more to say about it. You add a suppressor, it makes it even worse. I'm only doing it because I pretty much need to go silent to get my higher kill streaks. Like, I just got my VSAT right there. This game wasn't anything absolutely fantastic, but fuck it, I got all my kill streaks with this gun. Let's call it good. Yeah, it's so weak. It'll take literally 4 to 6 shots, usually more along the lines of 6, and half your magazine to kill one person. And it's just very, very frustrating to try to use. In general, it really is. You pretty much have to get the drop on someone. You cannot go into an upfront confrontation. If you basically try to have an upfront fight with them, they're going to win. You will put 4 bullets into them, and they'll turn and kill you instantly. So, yeah, this gun really needs a buff. Like, they need to mess with it a little bit. What they could do is they could, just make the damage a little bit more, then also increase the recoil a little bit. It doesn't have to be anything really significant, just enough to make this gun really a competitive gun, because as it stands right now, it's not competitive at all.
I get the feeling, though, that somehow someone's gonna take it a little bit to the extreme, and they're gonna break this gun, and I don't know, people are gonna have problems with it as they do with anything in any video game ever.
I would rather have a gun be underpowered rather than overpowered, but yeah, it's still rather frustrating to try to use this thing.
Was that from the Swarm?
Yep.
Okay,
that's why it kind of came out of nowhere. So it went 23-5. This is a decent game, nothing amazing. I actually have another game to show you of the M27, trying to get a little bit better than this. Meh. I'll go ahead and show you that one too. Alright, so the next game, doing some more arms race on the map Standoff. I do have to say this is probably the best map out of the original maps. There's a few really good maps out of the original ones, but for the most part I didn't really like any of them. I think it's just Standoff and, you know, I'm actually really hard-pressed to think of another map that I actually legitimately liked out of the default maps. I know there's another, but I can't think of one.
I remember, oh yeah, they sure did patch that casing coming out at the beginning. But, I remember playing on this map a lot, and I don't hate it, but I don't love it. I hate how people immediately take that building in the middle, and it just kind of becomes a fortress.
See, I don't normally go towards that building in the middle. I have a habit of playing smart in shooters, and that means go around the edges of the map and basically do circles around the map. And that's just basically, yeah, it's just common sense. That's how you lower your chances of getting shot. You only have to worry about one side of your body instead of being in the middle of the map where you can get shot from anywhere. So I normally don't go towards that building. Every once in a while I'll kind of go in there and clear it out and then run off again.
Same. And oftentimes I'll get people camping back here by that like little van
Tractor.
thing. Is it a tractor?
Yep.
Oh, I've been too busy trying to shoot people to actually see what's in these maps. But I'll get people just kind of camping back there, and you know, like you said, you circle around the edges of the map. I do the same because it's the smart thing to do. And then I'll get there, and then boom, somebody snipes me, and I'm pissed, obviously.
I'm normally pretty mad when I get sniped because it's never anyone actually sniping. It's just people quickscoping. But no, I know what you're talking about, but that's normally not a problem because I always look there. I learned the first few times because people love to camp back there. I haven't seen anyone do it in a while though, so I don't know. Maybe it stopped being effective.
Maybe they moved on to something new.
Maybe they found another camping spot.
Yeah.
So as I was talking about in a few other videos, actually last video, going through a few of the questions people are asking, again, don't feel afraid. Well, hello person. I don't know how I killed that guy, but alright.
Somehow.
Magic. The magic of bullshit. That would be Call of Duty in general. But yeah, don't be afraid to submit questions in the comments below. I'll answer them when I'm doing Call of Duty videos. That guy was fucked no matter what.
Did he drop a bouncing Betty? Or
No, I was with teammates.
Okay.
That's why I was perfectly fine.
Thoroughly confused by that at first.
But as I keep trying to say, feel free to put comments down below. I will answer them in next... I was going to say previous Call of Duty videos. I don't know how that worked. I'll answer them in the next Call of Duty videos whenever I'm doing commentary to try to keep commentary lively and amusing, I guess. So, asked a question on Facebook, just told them, ask me questions in general. The question of how old are you? I'm 22 years old. A lot of people think I'm a lot older than that for some odd reason. I don't know why. Yeah.
I don't know if anybody cares or not, but I'm 25. I know I don't sound like it, but I swear to God I am.
Everyone... see, that's the funny thing. Everyone immediately assumes that I'm a lot older than I really am, even if you look inside of my family. Like, if you look at me standing next to Gabe and how Gabe acts compared to me, you would immediately assume I'm the older brother out of that, but I'm not. Gabe's a good, like, 5 years older than I am.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
Like, people don't know that. I'm actually the second youngest in my family. I have 2 older brothers, an older sister, and a younger sister. Hi, garbage can. It looked like a person out of the corner of my eye.
I agree with you. I would have shot it too. But then again, I'm jumpy.
You shoot at anything. I'm glad you don't have a gun. Glad you didn't have a gun in South Central either.
Yeah, I probably would have shot myself, which is funny because I've almost been shot a couple of times. Not by actual people. I actually almost got shot through a wall sitting down for lasagna.
Okay,
yeah.
then. Maybe that person really doesn't like lasagna.
I guess not.
My only thought about that is, like, I am happy I live in a city, and I'm glad I died right as I got my swarm. But I'm happy I live in a city where there's... I mean, you've walked around enough. it's a pretty damn clean city. You really don't have to worry about much. You never really feel like there's any potential risk of someone going to rob you or someone going to shoot you. There's virtually no violence here.
I could walk around here at night without a single care in the world, whereas where I lived, yeah, I walked really fast.
I like the nighttime here. It's fairly quiet. You don't really have to worry about much. And hey, last kill is out of my swarm, way out of the map. I didn't even know there was a airstrip over there.
Neither did I.
Well, you never were able to see back there, so
It kind of looked like it teleported.
whatever. With 20 and 4, that's a pretty meh game, honestly, for me, but decent enough to upload to the M27. That's probably the last of the M27 you'll see because of my own frustration with the gun, but hey, more Black Ops 2. Enjoy it.